Alright. Let's keep on exploring the wide, white expanse. But not here. Let's leave here. Actually, let's go somewhere else. Hey, folks. Tonight we'll be wrapping up some storylines, and by that I mean talking to people and killing some monsters, specifically monsters that don't come back. So, thank you, Ava. I adore this necklace. I kind of saw it in the store. I don't know. It kind of got my attention, and then later that day, I just realized, okay, no, I have to get this. So I went back and got it, and I love it so much. And it's like the easiest thing to put on and put off. It's a magnet thing in the back. And, oh, it's great. So, this fine lady is still here. So let's see what she has to say.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much.
All I did really was tell you, yeah, son. So all this time, she basically came to Lordaeron to tell her father her mother's last words.
My father? He went on his final adventure. Don't worry. That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He goes hollow. I just have to kill him again.
And that is super harsh. Which implies she killed him before? It's...
My father?
So, okay. So, he's gone on his final adventure. He's been pretty much everywhere else in the game, the highest high and the lowest low. But he hasn't been in the lowest low. So let's go meet him. That is pretty much the... Oh. Yeah.
My father. All hollow then. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. Finally over. I will return to Catherine. You assist us so quickly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept it. It's no use to me now.
I forgot that's what she gives you. That is super useful. I mean, you're super sad about your dad and all. It's... Thanks? Yeah. So, that is how Sigmar's story ends. I have stolen every possible victory away from him by trying to help him, and in the end, he just ends up going hollow at the very bottom of the world. I could have let him save me many times, but nope. So he kind of lost his will to live. Also, incidentally, his daughter is a complete badass because she's not undead. She just came here to deliver a message, and also I just managed to defeat her father, who's already, I guess, a good warrior, even though we really never saw him fight, except for a second. But yeah. Sorry. Hey, Moosey. The moose is loose. Yes, that is... yeah. So... we have a few places we could go. Since we have nothing right now, let's go get some chunks. Just a few. So, we can. Oh, you can also just like jump off here, but you risk like jumping to your doom. That's not good. So let's go down to the ruins of New Londo, just to grab a few chunks. There's the elevator's here, right? Yeah. And that way we can upgrade our fantastic weapon here and get an awesome sword. Whee. Ow. Okay. So it's time to do a bit of shortcut. Also, I will be trading this sword in for another one before I finish the game, just because that other one is so incredibly awesome. Damage-wise, not as good, but it's really cool, so I'll get that. So the bosses here are the four kings. The four kings of metal, the four metal kings. However, we won't be killing them now because we can't, because we lack a very special ring that would let us survive in their realm. Smash! What we will be doing, though, is just grabbing a few chunks, just a few, not too much, to upgrade our weapon. Ah, he blocked. Goodbye. Double goodbye, I guess. That's one. I think I needed like 3. Yeah, so I got it. I have 2 slabs. I forget where I got the other slab, but yeah. Just a couple more chunks, then I can boost this weapon, and then we can be on our way. And also, like, probably clear out some stuff here. Oh, wow. That's right. Oh, cracked tire. Yeah. They give you, like, this is where the dark wraiths live, so of course they give you items useful in invasions. Nice. Incidentally, I've tried the Dark Wraith path in another game. I could probably load it up like once I beat the game with this character, just to show. But it's really interesting how hidden that particular covenant is, and it's the only covenant in the game that lets you invade other people. It is very hard to get into, so it usually means that people who invade other people are actually pretty good at this game. Oh, that's right, ghosts are still here. Yeah, ghosts won't follow me past a certain point. Just that. Okay, you are becoming very annoying. Yeah, his swing animation's just a little bit faster than mine. Although, like, he's dead, so we kind of see who won that encounter. Oh, there you are. No, don't go. Don't go away. Nope. Nope. Go away. Goodbye. And load in, load out, load in, load out, load in, load out. Now he's there, now he's not. Now he's there, now he's not. I always want to see where the game actually like places limits. Oh, there was a head that exploded that I hadn't seen. Good thing I'm wearing stuff that's good against magic. And another one. Go away, ghosts. Yeah, they'll give up and leave eventually. I see. Ghosts. Nature's quitters. I love timing blows so that they remove their shield just at the right moment. Alright, so I just need to go grab a chest real quick. And then I will be out. Chunk, chunk, chunk. And off we go. Okay. I think that's pretty much what I wanted to get out of this. I usually hate to grind on stream, but in this instance, I think I actually like it. It's not that big of a bother. And also, Dark Wraiths are fun to fight against. Goodbye. Alright, that should be enough. So, there is a ring that I need to actually survive in the place where the boss is. So, to do that, I need to go grab it from someplace. But before I go there, I need to do something else, just because then the cutscene will be different. And I would really like to do that first. There we go, Zweihander. Plus 15, there we go. Oh, I have a Moonlight Greatsword. Moonlight Greatsword, only magic damage. And it has incredible stat scaling. So if you're a mage, that is a fantastic sword. And its special attack, like, sends a beam of light, and it's super, super good. Okay. I will also need to boost... Oh, well, I have my Claymore. I can just boost that to plus 10, and I'll be able to use that to do something with it. In fact, I think I can go do that right now. Let's go to Chamber of the Old Princess. Actually, no. Let's go to Anorlund. Let's not go to the Chamber of the Princess. It's a silly place. Oh, the stream is hitching? Oh, hold on a second then. Thank you for letting me know. You should probably pause Carbonite. Steam is not downloading anything. Okay. At least the local recording should be good, so when I eventually get around to putting this on YouTube, it should be good. Okay. So just in case, now we should be okay. Oh, that's right, I'm here. Okay. The light. There was a light. A blinding light. Ah, I just missed the elevator. Ah. There's no sitting down emote. Incidentally, sometimes like you will bow and stuff. When you get invaded, sometimes people will bow. You are incredibly vulnerable when you do any sort of like gesture, because you can't go out of it. You can't cancel out of it. Incidentally, that is how I was doing the most evil of evil things with my level 1 invader, where I would like walk up to people, bow, and then if they bowed in response, I would run up to them and use the special attack of the Dark Hand and suck out their humanity. And they could do nothing about it because they were in an animation. You should never do this. This is really not a good thing to do. But I did it. God, this place is... Okay, not so terrifying because I can see the ground here. It's really interesting to see like stuff gently pop into view, and especially like this whole giant cathedral. Oh, hey, Trace. Oh, game audio is a bit Game audio is really, really tricky. Wonder if I boost the game sound a bit. Let me know if this is better. I forget if my computer sound actually affects this. So let me know. Alright, so let's... Okay. Hi, I have a... Oh, right. You're swinging. I was gonna say I had a really good shield, but if you're gonna swing... Oh, hit the shield. Okay, what could have been a really short fight is becoming a longer one. But look, whoa. There we go. This shield is just like the best shield. There's... The shield of Artorias is possibly better in some respects, but that's kind of what I like about this game. There's nothing that's actually like unequivocally better across the board. Every piece of gear usually has an advantage of some sort. Even if it's like when one of the resistances or something, oh, this one's a little bit better against this type of attack. Oh, we both missed. Let's just call that a draw. I'll just call that a draw. Boom. So let's go meet our friend. Oh, by the way, if you squeeze next to him here, there's a chest. That's the Hawk Ring. That is the... Just wait until he moves. There we go. That is a ring of Guff, the archer. Guff was really friendly with this giant, and so he kind of left his ring as a souvenir. Ring which gives a bonus, I think, to archery. Oh yeah, I think it makes your arrows go further. Sure thing. Oh, Crystal Ember, yeah. How's audio? Everything good? I'm gonna pop some money. Hey folks, hopefully we're back. Apparently disconnected because, I don't know, it's... Stream is having trouble. Hold on just a second. Alright. I guess it's one of the, like, I'm feeling sleepy tonight. I guess OBS and Twitch are also feeling kind of sleepy. 2 more shards. Alright. So let's make an Abyss Greatsword. I hope this is the weapon. If not, whoops. It requires high stats. Stats I do not have. but it's still really cool. Hopefully I can at least like use it. Yeah, I have nothing. Yeah, it's essentially it's Artorias' sword, but from the version I fought. So you see, it's kind of like eaten away by the abyss. So it's actually like it's a pretty quick greatsword, and you can do these 6 spins with it. You can spin to win, and that is really awesome. And if you happen to two-hand it, you do like vertical attacks, which are great. And if you do the heavy attack while two-handing, you do that. Isn't that awesome? Urgh. I really like this sword, so I'll be building up my stats so I can use it. That is my next goal during this run, just because I love that sword so much. Regardless of whether or not it's actually like better, because yeah, it's also this isn't boosted at all, so I'll need to upgrade it. But isn't it cool? I really like that. In the DLC, they managed to add these cool little touches. I'm gonna use another bone, and now, speaking of the abyss, let's go defeat some foes we haven't seen in a while. We kind of were messed up by a dragon and by Manus. Not Manos, Manus. But now I have a plus 15 Zweihander. I have one of the best shields in the game. I'm higher level. Let's see how that factors into the balance. Before I end the game, remind me to go kill Chester. Because he's a jerk. So yeah, so I guess the game has actually 2 dragons in it. You have Seath the Scaleless, at least 2 boss dragons. Seath the Scaleless and Calamite. Because there is like the actual stone dragon that you can meet in Ash Lake. Thank you for not killing me, dog. I would have been embarrassed. Oh, right, yeah, I also need to level my crossbow. Thanks, Trace. I kind of ran out of money, but I should get enough to do. Okay. Let's stop us a dragon. Whee! Oh, you're right. Gaping dragon too. Yeah, thanks, Thurlton. Okay. Among the men, yes, there's a dragon you need to beat in Dark Souls, and 2 dragons. Among the dragons you need to fight in Dark Souls are Seath the Scaleless, the Gaping Dragon, and the Black Dragon Calamite. There could be another one that I'm forgetting. Hellkite is a drake. He is not a dragon. Oh, and we are starting on a great foot here. Okay, thank you. Oh. Yeah, he's doing that. Not a fan of that. Oh, come on! I wasn't even there. Ah. Okay, so not the best start so far. I managed to nick his like heal a little bit. That's good. That's right, they are the undead dragons. They're not technically bosses, but you do fight them. Are they actually dragons? Are they drakes or dragons? I think they're actually dragons. Yeah, because they have 4 limbs. Hey, this game has a bunch of dragons, folks. Hey, that shield's pretty good. Like to take that whole blast. All right. I should get around to actually hitting him at some point. Thank you, shield. You still get knocked into the air, but you land on your feet. Which is awfully cool. Nope. Gonna drink my drink. Aw. Oh yeah, that thing actually, that attack reaches around my shield, which is a bit annoying. Oh! In the face! In my face! Okay, we have achieved face equity. Ow? That was a dirty... Alright, second time's the charm. Yeah, you're right. Like, dragons are technically 6-limbed creatures because they have wings. And front legs and back legs. Hey, Agro Badger. Whee! Ow! Still barefoot. Wait, no, I think I switched. I think I'm no longer barefoot. Hold on. Oh crap, I accidentally activated the special defense of the shield. I guess I should use that during the dragon, shouldn't I? Because I think that gives like hella poise. Now I can't see my feet. Awesome. Well, I'll wait until this wears off, I guess. Oh, right, yeah, tails don't count because they're technically like extensions of the spine. We need a biologist. Alright. Okay. Oh, I have high-heeled shoes. Those are awesome. Look at those. That is stylish. I do like being stylish. For having like only actually paid attention to fashion over the past like 6 or 7 months, fashion's pretty cool. Being stylish is awesome. She says while she's wearing a t-shirt. One of my rare t-shirt days. But it's a Samus t-shirt, so it's okay. Yes, indeed, fashion souls. I usually like I am very like intent on having cool outfits for my characters in Dark Souls. Hey, don't just start off with that. I think we got off on the wrong foot here. Getting a little bit roasted. Yeah, just go ahead and walk on me. That's fine. Oh, bad time to heal. And the great thing with this shield, I can block his 2 attacks and still have stamina left over afterwards. That is such a great shield. But you need to spend like 50 points into strength to use it, so it better be good. It's kind of what I like about Dark Souls. Like, there's a lot of careful balancing with the weapons, with their requirements. Ah, still got roasted. Undead roasting on an open fire. Dragons nipping at your nose. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ow. I'm just gonna drink in your face. We get it. You can breathe invisible fire. It's cool. It's just gonna open up your belly from the bottom up. Ow. Just gonna be flattened a bit. Oh, I'm down to 3 Estus. I should probably be careful about that. Or you could just die. Bye-bye. So that is how you kill a dragon. By repeatedly dying. And eventually getting, like, better equipment. Oh, hey, yeah, I just want to, like, grab some stuff that I can't see. I completely forgot the shield ability. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, Ava brings up a great point. Like, Dark Souls, every single weapon, like, has a name and a specific move set. And, like, some weapons will be, like, universally terrible. not a lot of them, but they all act differently. You can have like 3 different swords of about the same length, but none of them will like react the same way, and that's great. And it means that if you're using like I use the bastard sword, oh I use a claymore, okay yeah, and like instantly you know okay it's because of the slightly different moveset. I want the claymore because I want to be a piercing attack and that kind of stuff, and that is so cool. It's kind of why I was have another slap. Why not? It's kind of why I wasn't as much into Bloodborne, at least from a perspective of replay value, because there aren't as many weapons, and the weapons are like more complex, but there's few of them, and a lot of them the moveset kind of repeat. So I don't know. It just felt like I'm completely lost. Where am I going? Where even am I? Okay, there. So, and also the fact that like Dark Souls, you have like miracles, you have sorcery, you have pyromancy, you have like more dex weapons, you have more of strength-based weapons, and you have a lot of versatility in a build in what you can do. Bloodborne, you have like a gun in your left hand, a trick weapon in your right hand. That is it. Whereas in Dark Souls, you can mix and match. In Dark Souls 2 especially, they really like put a lot more effort into making sure that like you could put different things in different hands and use 2 weapons at the same time too. And especially like the sword I just made, the Abyss Greatsword, you can find the equivalent of that sword in Dark Souls 2, and it reacts differently based on whether you use it in your left or your right hand, and that's cool. That is really neat stuff. Bloodborne, on the other hand, had like very, very limited like replay value. It just I really had no motivation to start a new character. Where am I going next? Okay, I have money. I should upgrade my crossbow. I'm super lost. Hmm. Yeah, Lucy, I guess like the DLC for Bloodborne added a bunch of new weapons, but I don't know, just like, and there are like a lot of weapons that are like really like visually interesting, and like I think it's like I think I'm coming at it from the point of I I really like I really like combining things. I really like the kind of like I spoke about this before in Halo. The weapons are balanced. You can pick any 2, and the combination of your 2 weapons makes for whatever you're doing. And I like that in Dark Souls, like you can mix and match different things, and that gives like exponential possibilities. Where in Bloodborne, you have a trick weapon, and another one also like in your offhand, and you have like a gun or torch or gun substitute, and that kind of forms uh, your your arsenal. It's kind of like a pick 2 system. And I guess I'm just more attracted to having a lot of things that do a little less, but you can combine them to make more possibilities. I think I'm always more of a like I like many different possibilities, the most possible. And I really appreciate the fact that in Dark Souls, even the difference between a broadsword and a longsword means something. And it's not a lot, but I like that kind of thing. But, your mileage may vary. I could totally see people like replaying Bloodborne and trying different weapons, and because like I really like the whip. The cane whip was like one of my favorite weapon, and I did a huge chunk of the game with it. Always fell prey to that second attack. Though at some point, I think I just got the greatsword and just never used anything else. But that's probably because of my playstyle. They have like a hit point. That's super annoying. There you go. Have a bolt. Yeah, Ava, I do also like the fact that, like, Dark Souls has, like, very specific weapons in very specific places. They're not like random, kind of like Borderlands, which generates a ton of weapons, or Diablo, too. In Dark Souls, like, or also, like, in Bloodborne, in Demon Souls, in all of the Souls games, like, if you see a weapon, you know where it came from, or you know where to find it. And that's something, I think it gives it more lasting appeal and more, makes it more interesting from a community standpoint, because then many different players have that same weapon and can talk about it. Okay, I need to boost that, what do I need to boost the Abyss? Oh, Demon Titanite, that's right, yeah, sure. I'll boost that sword I'll never use, because what else am I going to do with this? Yeah, Dark Souls has so many types of Titanite. So many. And you just, like, it's kind of hard to know what to do with it. And I kind of like that in future games, in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2, they kind of moved away from that and unified the upgrade path to make it a little bit more accessible. Nah, sure thing, buddy. I should also buy more Hornwood Bones. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Borderlands will actually have bosses that drop like the same weapon, but the stats will change. But I think overall, like, what the weapon does is pretty much the same. So yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you can, like, there is a pistol that is I can, like, just never needs to reload. It fires infinitely, and every player can get that. So I guess, yeah, yeah, the Borderlands kind of went with the best of both worlds scenario, where you can talk about that really wild weapon you found, and then you can also connect with other players with on weapons you got. If I made a game with, like, a bunch of weapons, I would probably have to, like, think really hard, because I like all of these systems. Yeah, heavy crossbow plus 11. All right, back crossbow. I will not get myself killed. No, I can't back that up. I will probably get myself killed. Oh, I can live up. Cool. So, what do I need to use the Abyss Greatsword? 18s everywhere. Okay, let's get started. Let's start with dexterity. And now, let's go kill a historical figure of importance in the Dark Souls world. I need to play Borderlands pre-sequel at some point. I'm just very Borderlands out, but it's next on my list. Like at some point when the version with all of the DLC and everything is like probably goes on sale at some point again, I'll probably leap on it because I think it's getting to about the amount of the delay I need to play Borderlands again. Wait, was that a? Oh, that was a lizard going away. And one thing I really like is that Gearbox, like just like Volition, you can feel Volition has matured over time. Gearbox has matured the hell up, and I really, really appreciate it. They've made like some real efforts for diversity in their games, and it's been really, really fun to see. Like just the fact that in Borderlands 2 they put a lot more effort into that, and they do something which I love, which is include more representation in the game and never call any attention to it. Which is like I think that's as much as it's good to have people who don't often get the spotlight being able to tell the stories. I do like that they're also just included in the world, and no big deal is made out of it. That is a big deal. And let's see if I can make it to the boss without dying. And also the fact that Borderlands, the pre-sequel, has 4 selectable characters, unless they added another one. Oh, I think they added another one, but like at launch, they had 3 selectable characters. 4. I can't count, I'm in the abyss right now, it's messing with my ability to count things. So, at launch, Borderlands pre-sequel had 4 selectable characters. 2 women, a guy, and a robot. That is really, really cool. That is not something you see very often or ever. Usually it's, you get 3 guys, sometimes you get 2 guys and a weird thing, like robot or monster or whatever, and then you get a woman. But actually, you can choose which woman you pick in pre-sequel, and that's great. Oh, I love that. It's a small thing, but it means a lot to me. Yeah, upgraded crossbow. Heck yeah, upgraded crossbow. Dang. Oh, I didn't know they added an ice lady too. I have to check that out. I need to check out that game. I would be. Yeah, Moosey says, like, I hope Borderlands 3 separates the class selection from the character. That would be interesting. I'm not sure what the character would do then, other than just being cosmetic, but again, if you separate something into 2 things I can combine, and there are many combinations, I will love that to death. And speaking of death, this is Manus. Not the Hand of Fate. Manus, Father of the Abyss. Now, Father of the Abbey, that's right. Okay, now get ready. Oh my god! I found it. You can summon someone in this fight, but you have to find the invisible sign. And I found it right off the bat. Okay, cool. And check out this shield I have. And hey, look, it's the Great Grey Wolf Sif. It's Artorias' doggy. Now that I've actually helped him and saved him from the monsters, he can fight with me. And he can, like, distract the big bad monster. Do you know how I beat this this boss on Soul Level 1? Because I did. It's relatively simple. I had a shield, I stayed in the back, and I just shot him with arrows. Little bit by little bit, I just whittled him down with arrows over like an hour. And it was great because I won. Because it's Dark Souls. So long as you win, right? Oh, he's doing his great big attack of killing me. Alright. You really need to not get hit by that attack at any point. But I have the best shield in the game, so... Also, at some point, he's gonna throw out, like, super bad, evil, invisible magic. Hopefully the shield will, like, protect against that. Yeah, that's... Yep, that's it. Thankfully, I survived. Ow. Oh, wow, I wish I hadn't been hit by that. Please do something against the dog. Thank you. That dog has a lot of hit points, by the way. It's a gamble summoning Sif because since he's an ally, he will give the boss more hit points. But, I mean, I think the strategic value of his presence in the fight is worth it. Someone's calling me. I can't pause, so it's gonna go to the machine. Hopefully it's not an embarrassing call.
Allô Alex, c'est Dodo. T'es cute ton message, c'est le fun. Alex, c'est pour te dire que demain c'est parfait, je vais pouvoir aller te chercher. Bonne soirée, bye.
Thanks, Mom. So I should turn the volume down on that answering machine. My mom likes to sometimes call me on my landline. Just, you know, 'cause. I should probably, like, finish this boss fight, right? There we go! Manus, father of the Abbey, is gone. He gives like 10 humanity too, which is pretty big. And also check this out. That's the tomb they unearthed. And that is what unleashed Manus and set this whole chain into motion that ravaged Ulasil. And so Manus, when he was dug up, was not that size. He was about the size of a human. And in a world of giants, humans are essentially seen as pretty small, or alternatively, as pygmies. So that is where this all comes from. The furtive pygmy, the person, the other early being who got a bit of the flame, that was him. That was Manus. And he kind of got out of hand when he was let loose. Which means that, like, the abyss, this whole darkness, and in a way, like, humanity, the item too. These are all fragments of the Dark Soul, the soul of Manus. And this is like, to learn this, you need to go to a certain amount of, like a certain length. So here's the bonfire. And there is a, oh look, it's dusk. So she'll be fine. She's safe now. No, I meant to actually warp. Sorry. Okay. So let's talk to a giant mushroom.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all.
Yay, she gave me bits of herself. Thank you.
I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us.
Thank you.
May the flame...
So yeah, this ends this little romp in the past, which gives a bunch of cool stuff. And the soul of Manus can be turned into like some cool stuff, some cool spells that I will never use. Also, the fact that Manus kind of like went wild searching for his lost pendant is kind of a throwback to the fact that you can select the pendant as one of the gifts at the start of the game, and the creator of the game hyped up this pendant as something that would come in handy later. And it turns out, nope. It's actually like, it's just a useless item, does strictly nothing. Ha! Now, yep, time to, we'll just like go and save the world, but before that we need to kill an asshole. So yeah, it's interesting to see like Chester as a precursor to Bloodborne. I'm not sure, like maybe the creator like already had an idea of where the series was going.
Oh, you.
Oh, you.
Quite some nerve. But are you just fit fine?
Alright, I'm gonna buy some stuff from you. Buy some Homeward Bones, because I have 2. That's not 44, just like a 10, a bunch of 10, a tenner. We have dizaine in French, which means like a set of 10, but in English it really just doesn't. I think. Doesn't, half dozen, baker's dozen. Any set of 6, 12, or 13 you can define with a word. Bunch more bolts.
I'll be seeing you if you survive your travels.
Yep, so goodbye. He does not move. Says, "I'm sorry. I'm just gonna readjust my blow here."
What now? You think this is all my fault?
Well, you kind of,
Very petty.
buddy, you kind of invaded me. And I like, look, check him out. He has this giant crossbow. He does like these. He also throws roses at me at some point, like this. He also gets completely smashed into the ground. Like this, he fights really cool in a cool manner. Throws little invisible roses. If only he wasn't dead.
You win, please. Oh, please. Have
Little late for that. Little late for that. And now I have his stuff. Which is my favorite refrain in Dark Souls. And now I have his stuff. Oh, Chester's trousers. Might as well put on the hat too. Check this out. Yeah. Now I'm stylish. I'm also very silly. Yeah, this is but check this out. I'm all dapper. That is really, really cool. I will probably need some. Wait, oh wait. Cool, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, let's do this. Check me out. Yeah, let's finish the game with that. That's a good expenditure of my time. Expenditure. Shout out to words you see written a lot but you never speak. The first time I actually heard how you're supposed to say awry. Blew my mind. Oh, by the way, fun part. At some point, I was just walking around, just like in another playthrough, like, okay, oh, I'll just like go back to the beginning, like, because I need to go to the other bonfire to boost it, because might as well. And then I go here, and then holy crap, there's 2 of them here. I am getting out of here. So yeah, they respawn in pairs. Goodbye. So now, we need to go get a ring. The ring that will let us go to the abyss. Hey, Noel. Have I not boosted this fire? Okay. I really like how the Souls, at least Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2, have essentially turned bonfire into a very specific word in games. Yeah, Kendall, come on. Okay, that was weird. Alright. Yeah, I have a bunch of these souls, don't I? Wonder if that's enough for me to actually get another level in. Yeah, the great thing is they're not actually bonfires. They're like tiny fires at best. And they do have like a slightly sword-shaped poker stuck in them, which is cool. And I think in Dark Souls 3 you can actually like control where they, like you can place some of them, which is going to be really cool. Really love the series of game. Like Dark Souls like has really, the Souls series has really like kind of set like some new expectations and managed to like do new things that were strange or unthinkable before and now seem normal. And I love games that do this. This is great. Like when you change the meta, so to speak. All right, so may not ever get to use that sword appropriately, but I don't really care because it's such a good sword. Still now it's not so bad. It's just that I don't have the stats for it. Still like that sword just for the moves. So we're going to go to that other bonfire. And then go to the place I avoided, which is incidentally the place I usually try to get to at the very start of any playthrough, because it's like the #1 grinding spot in the game. It is so easy to get souls there so quickly. Goodbye. I see you. And you. Yeah, the blood red moss turns off bleeding, which is very situational. And I know I was never a big fan of bleeding as an effect. Essentially, it builds up, and if you let it build up to the maximum, it just like deals a ton of damage. I don't know. So let's open this place up. Now, normally, you step in here while you're a human, and immediately the fog wall here pops up and you get invaded, because this is the PvP spot. This is where, like, all the fights happen. It's been so long since I've been here. There we go. There are a bunch of, like, very high-level enemies here. However, I am also high-level. Which I guess they should have thought of that before they tried to, you know, kill me. I don't imagine you're well acquainted with my shield. However, you are proving to be pretty good in battle, so goodbye. This is also a place where I usually like I have perfected a run where you run here, jump over that log, run back, hide in the corner, and then they will all jump, like climb up on the stairs above you, and then throw themselves off a cliff. And that is like the way to farm souls in this particular area. But this is a fun stream. This is not a grinding stream. I'm gonna get backstabbed by the thief, aren't I? Goodbye. So there's a thief just like hitting in the air. Like he don't care. He's quite dead, however. Look at the souls I'm amassing right now. There's our good friend the bandit. Our dearly departed friend the bandit. His life cut so short, so fast, right into. There's someone here, a knight. Blocks with his sword, which saves his life. Also, there's an archer. The archer is like, that archer, I love that particular archer. She's a badass archer, she's amazing, she's awesome. She's also really hard to kill. Like, when I can just two-shot her, it's great. Because she has that hat, which is great, and also the black bow, which is pretty much the best normal bow you can get. So if you're making a dexterity character, you need to come here and kill her, and she will gladly dive off a cliff if you're not careful, and then you lose that bow forever. So that's it can make it a bit nervous. So we just killed off a bunch of people, but let's go talk to a friend. Hey, it's a lump. It's actually a cat with a giant mouth.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me. That cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fair...
Yeah, the Abyss is really just nothing but a story.
respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
Okay?
Well, indeed.
Like, you don't know what to answer here, and if you say no, she will hate you for the rest of the game.
I'm Alvina.
And you can never join her covenant, which is like, that is screwed up.
I command a clan of hunters who track down defiant.
So yeah, see, this is one of the PvP covenants where you can put on a ring and like you will invade whoever dares to step foot in your forest. Sure, I will join your covenant.
And now,
Absolutely.
and here, take
I could go back down to Blighttown and then there'd be an NPC there who would sell me cool weapons. I don't want to do that because that's just like
if thou wilt
long for no reason.
fend them off, sir. Thou shalt
Yeah.
death
Don't double cross, don't kill folks. That's not good. Got it. And check this out.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East. Captain.
He has some really cool armor on him.
Let's teach you the clan basics
Like
now.
golden with a lion and the shoulder blade. It's cool.
Except there is little in the form of fight and hunt. It's only... That's it. Don't worry. Great to...
And hey, there's a ninja here.
Ah, did you notice that one? Sharp eyes? He is one of the clan, always slinking in the shadows. But he is a tough one. You will see what...
So that's his bodyguard. If you kill him, he drops a ring that makes you do somersaults when you're under 50%, which is really cool. I really have no need of that ring or to actually just kill him right now, so I'll just keep going on. There are two paths I could take. Let me just take the one that's more fun to watch. Also, does this look familiar in any way, shape, or form? This part here specifically. Like, there's this stairway here, but if the stairway wasn't here, imagine I'd come from this angle here, and then I was going up, and like there was an abyss that had like eaten away the land here. And go up here, and then there's this structure here. Essentially, this is from the DLC, but you come at it from the other side. DLC being like, there's fewer trees and they're younger, because the DLC is like hundreds of years in the past. So they kind of took this whole chunk of land and massaged it a bit, and made it like younger in the DLC. And that's something that's like really neat. Like there's less erosion due to the waterfall in the past, and it's just a nice touch. I love time travel, so that was really neat for me. And oh god damn it, you really don't want me to do anything here. I hate trees. Yeah, these They're really annoying. Almost had 40k souls too. Okay, so I'll come back. Good thing there's this bonfire here. But now that I've joined the Covenant, these other enemies won't attack me, which is very important. Can I actually... Okay, there it is. Right next to that tree over there. Thank you. Drive through. Goodbye. I hope I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, there it is. And this is like one of the early parts. Again, I'm going through the DLC in reverse here. With the bridge. This is a bridge where Calamite comes. And oh, that's a lot of... Oh, okay, no, they don't want to cross the bridge. Cool. Bye. This is the bridge where I come here and Calamite crosses over and goes here. And, like, this is way lower now and, like, covered in water, but otherwise, this would be way higher underneath in the DLC because, you know, erosion. Don't bring up shrubberies, Muthi. Also, this area has like enemies. These enemies, the big cats, you can actually fight one of them. And they like do giant rolls because that's what cats do, I guess. They can also like jump on you and try to eat you. They're very difficult. They're actually like really, really dangerous. And even my shield is nothing. Oh, I hate when they leave. Oh my god, I hate when they leave. Yeah, they, like, forget the bosses. These cats are really, like, tough cookies. Thankfully, they don't come back, I think. I think they don't come back. Could you please lock on the one right next to me, for God's sake? Finally! Oh my god. They're really, really annoying enemies. Yeah, you can, like, this is... You could just avoid this place. There are other ways to get to where I'm going. So I guess I'm taking the scenic route. And scenic route to here. And if you notice where this is actually, we are going to where the DLC begins. Like, this is where normally we'd go here, and then we'd be attacked and such. And this relatively same-ish bridge, like, the Sanctuary Garden would be further up here. So, they buried Artorias, in the end, in the Sanctuary Garden. Also, check out this great big badass door. That's really cool. So what awaits us in the grave of Artorias? Also, I'll just turn off the mod for a second. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a giant gravestone. I will turn off the mod here just for the cutscene because the cutscene is important. Now we have a giant version of Artorias' sword and so many graves of swords. And a cutscene. Hey, look who it is. Sif has grown up. Normally this is where the cutscene would end. Sif grabs the sword, fight is on. But he remembers us. And now he knows his master is not coming back, but he has a job to do. And he will do it. And the music is very, like, you know, dramatic, mournful. This fight is, like many things in Dark Souls, is not something you wish would happen, but you kind of have to because of reasons beyond your control. Now we have to fight the giant dog. Practically no other shield in the game would let me just tank these attacks. I would need to dodge and be like pretty good about it. Like 2 hits would normally kill me if I had like been here earlier, but like there are ways to like actually just not tank this this boss, but like be more nimble, be more quick, do something with a candlestick. But now we're just missing each other. Hey, I managed to actually hit him! One tactic if you're a pyromancer, you just hide underneath his belly and keep chucking fireballs into the other side of his face. Again, this is another fight I could do just by, you know, shooting him repeatedly. Also, that happens though, so. This is the only boss who does this. Like, when you almost killed him, he like limps around. He's clearly wounded, but he still fights. And that is like so heartbreaking. I'm sorry, puppy. So that's a sad fight. And hey, I have some extra sadness. There's a body right, like, curled up right behind this gravestone. And it's the Hornet Ring, the ring of Charon, the lady who is clearly, obviously in love with him. So, hey, have some extra super duper sadness to go with everything else, because this is a sad game. But I guess you gotta have faith that things will turn out better. So now we have a special ring. We have a ring. Oh, by the way, this is Calamit's ring. Receive double damage from all sources. It's really just a ring to make life difficult. It's like, hey, you beat one of the hardest optional bosses in the game. Your reward, hard mode. So, this ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the abyss. Its wearer can traverse the abyss. So, now that we have this, we can go in the abyss. However, we do need to do a thing, which is be human when that happens. Because of a very, very specific thing. Yes, it's new Londo time, but Moosey prefers Londo Classic. You know, new Londo was just, it was a marketing ploy. Though actually, New Coke was not a marketing ploy. It's, as I understand it, New Coke really worked better in taste tests because in a taste test format, it is more enjoyable. However, if you drink the whole can, then the experience becomes different. And then people like it less. I think that's the story I heard. I don't know if it's true, but it's very interesting. And it, like, as a game designer, I really like this kind of detail just because it brings to mind, oh, that's right, use cases. You need to plan for as many use cases as you can, and if your tests all share like the same variable that you might not think is relevant or important, it might screw up your results. And that's a nice cautionary tale, even if it is not true. Oh, Ava says it didn't taste as good once it warmed up. Interesting. I mean, I personally I never really liked regular cola. I just prefer, like, orange soda, grape soda, root beer, etc. I'm still like a huge fan of root beer. Like, hey, I drink diet root beer like it's going out of style, but it just started existing very recently. But I kind of like rediscovered regular sodas in their diet forms because now I know how many calories are in a soda, and jeez, oh my gosh, I got to be careful with that stuff. So. Let's kill some kings. Let's try to survive to the point where we can kill some kings. I actually need to kill, to do like some housekeeping first. Because I need to set this up. Oh, there we are. What? Come on. There we go. Oh, thank you. I actually need those. Oh, gosh, darn it. Nope. I'm sorry. Always have a crossbow. Thanks for the chunks, chump. So, I need to, like, finish off any ghosts in the area. Oh, there we go. Hey, Ghosty. Really thought that would hit you. And I think... I wonder if there's any ghost here. Maybe this will draw them out. I forget. But anyway. Goodbye. Okay. Now we can do the thing I wanted to do. Hey, it's Beatrice. Come on, Beatrice. She's only here because we summoned her to fight against the butterfly. Butterfly against being a totally optional boss. But Beatrice is known as the only other person to have braved the abyss aside from Artorias. That's why she's here now. You can only learn this if you spot a bit of lore from her equipment during a loading screen. So let's go here. There might be a ghost or... Nope, okay, we killed it. So now this gets fun. Now we go down to the abyss. To fight the four kings. Technically, well, they say technically four kings. Really, it's just going to be a king. And after a set amount of time, another king appears. And this happens until their communal health bar goes down. If you do enough damage to a king, you can only face 3. If you don't do enough damage, you can end up facing 5. So it's a bunch of kings. It's several kings, really. So we have the Covenant of Artorias. I am the lightest I can be. I have Beatrice to help. Beatrice is a liability when you're doing this fight on level 1, which is really hard. Okay, so, death to the false ones, dance on a string. Let's beat the 4 kings of metal. 4 metal kings. We passed through the demon ruins, by the way. And now we are exactly at the spot where Manus was. This is, like, geographically speaking. Also, oh my god, this is terrifying. Because look at, like, this is how close the king actually is. Gotta be real careful. Here's the second king. We need to kill this buddy real fast. There we go. You can keep hitting him while he's doing his dying animation, which is really important. That was a very, very damaging magic attack. Oh, I should not have stood. And you can see, like, you can see the collision is actually, like, getting closer. But technically, the abyss will go on forever. So I don't know how that works with the, like, the collision map in the background for the depth stuff. This is new to me. I also really don't like that I keep missing. Oh. Oh crap, he got me. Please don't die. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, that was bad. So we're gonna need to change our strategy, but like... Ah, this fight. This fight is scary. So, we need to become human again. Do this whole thing again. And I'm probably gonna change my strategy a bit. We will need to tank and hit like there is no tomorrow. Also, my vertical hit's not cutting it. Yeah, probably two-handing. Yeah, I'm gonna need to be doing like two-handed swings, horizontal swings, because I cannot afford to be missing. Because like again, this is a DPS race. You need to kill the king before another king appears. Otherwise, it gets out of hand really fast. Yeah, New Londo, not my favorite place. But it's so unique. I gotta give it props for that. The runes. New Londo runes. Runes. Actually, like, the ruins, right? There's that thing like iron, where you're not actually reading the word iron, you're just saying iron. Or is that like February, where we just ignore one of its R's? Language. I really wish they would die from a hit. Also, the fact that Beatrice is in this fight makes it a bit harder because she raises the hit point, which is not ideal. And she can divert the attention of the bosses, but she still does like good damage. In New Game Plus and over, however, Beatrice is straight up a liability. However, there's a very good reason why I need her for this fight. Now I will show you. It is a completely silly reason. It is very hard to actually justify this reason, but I think you'll agree with me that it's still a pretty good reason. Alright, third ghost. Come on. There's stuff on the ground that makes noise and attracts ghosts. This is the only place in the game where this actually happens. I guess not. Okay, never mind. So, kill this guy. She does not need to... Oh, God. She does not need to live through the fight. She just needs to be there for it. But I do need to beat them, I think. I forget, it's complicated. But I do know you have to summon her for the fight. But, you know, either way she goes away at the end, so... You know. It's a shame she won't live. But then again, who does? If I don't kill that ghost, Beatrice will obsess over it. You can also, if you're speedrunning, you can totally jump down the middle. But it has to be the middle, otherwise you'll catch one of these little platforms and die. And for a speedrun, that's really bad. Alright, so, Alternate strategy time. We are now the tankiest tank that ever tanked. This is important because I will be able to chug Estus without being interrupted by the kings if I get attacked. That is super, super important. I will also need to do this because I will be using Power Within. Hey, that spell I have that I never actually used, I'm going to use it. Oh, although I can't actually use it right now because I'm under the effect of the transient curse. Okay. Alternate thing. I will be buffing my weapon. Might as well, right? I mean, that's kind of what it's there for. Yeah, V-bomb strats. Yeah, let's do this. All right, let's go. Also, to give you an idea of what this fight looked like, so this is pitch black. And they appear like this. But this is even more terrifying, and I guess I like being terrified, because, like, this is my deal. Also, yeah, check this out. Like, no damage. Screw you, I will not be damaged. Well, I'll be damaged by that. I'm just not be interrupted. Hey, Beatrice, more spamming, please. Not again. Oh, for God's sake. Beatrice, be a dear. Please attack. Please do anything. He was gonna do it again. Also, if you're close enough, you get hit by the hilt. And not the actual blade. Which is important. Alright. Hey, I dodged something. Ow. Just keep hitting. Just keep hitting. Oh, hey, we managed to do this before another one appeared. So, where's the final king? There he is. Nope, didn't dodge it. Oh, god damn it, he can lunge. Beatrice. Beatrice. There we go. And the king is dead, and dead, and dead, and dead. Bye, Beatrice. Thanks, I guess. So yeah, this place is frightening. Normally it's just literally nothing. And like, it literally goes on nearly forever. You can like, that bonfire can become a pixel in the background and it's still gonna be, but yeah, being in the middle of like something like this is just incredibly unnerving and scary to me, so I'm just gonna leave. anywhere else. Okay. 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 So now, just gonna level up because I can. So now it's time we can actually go and end the game now. Let's see, just want to put back on some clothing, because clothing is good. Ah, right. Okay, yeah, there is another thing I want to do. It's kind of the reason why I did all this thing. For that, we need to go back to New Londo. There are a couple of places in the game I actually never went to. They're mostly like link places that act as shortcuts or bridges between areas, and I just like you don't need to go everywhere in this game. All right. So, hopefully I remember the right spot. Think it's here? Nope. No, that's the void. Is it here? Yes, it is. Okay, Valley of Drakes. This is where the Blighttown shortcut brings us. And it's just, look at this. I love how everything is interconnected. And now, here in the Valley of the Drakes, there's an extra corpse. And it's Beatrice's stuff. Because, of course, that's why I summoned her and beat 2 bosses with her, so I could get her stuff. That's what I do. So I probably just... There we go. Cloak of the Rogue Witch Beatrice. Almost all magic users that employ catalysts studied at the Dragon School, but Beatrice is one of the few exceptions. She's a witch. She braved the abyss, but did not live to tell of her ordeal. So I kind of like Beatrice. She's neat. Her stuff is great. I like her witch gloves come with like fingernails with manicures, and that's just I love that. I really love that. And now I can be a witch. Hey, look at me. The fat rolling witch, but still a witch. And she also has these wicked heals. Like, oh no, I'm okay. No, it's in another game that this set has heals. She just has practical boots. I like her even more because she has practical boots. So, might as well use a homeward bone here, right? Yeah, to actually, like, to find this set, you need to, like, summon Beatrice and have her help you in both of these boss fights. And then you need to actually go back to that place and notice that that is there. So, yeah, it's weird. So, hey, time to finish the game. So, for that, let's put on the ring that breaks if we take it off. I think we've earned it. Did I get any more funky souls. Nope, that's okay. Yeah. So now we have all the Lord's souls. We've beaten everything. We've defeated all there is to be defeated. Except for that asshole.
Oh, we meet again. You've come at the perfect time. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now, and wondrous treasures have I. At a special price for you. There you are. Oh, relax.
And I can learn the, oh my god, please don't kill me gesture, which is great. He has some like cool stuff, like Eye of Death, and he has like interesting covenant-based thing. He has divine blessings, which are elixirs, like Final Fantasy elixirs. You get a very few of them, so you never use them in the entire game, and they sit unused in your inventory. He has a bunch of cleric stuff, which he looted from cleric corpses that he killed. He has all the masks, in case you want a full set. So yeah, he's a great big jerk.
Nothing appeals to you? Well, you must have poor taste.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I guess you can't kick with this. Yeah, so, you know, if you want, you can just, like, kick him a bit. How's that feel, asshole? Okay, now we can beat the game.
I am pleased. Very well.
I wanted to do this at least once. Oh, by the way, there's another serpent. His name is Koth. He is actually he's the Covenant Master for the Dark Wraiths, the PvP Covenant that lets you invade other players, and he is in the Abyss. And to even like make him appear, you have to do something very specific. You have to pick up on the fact that when you deposit the Lord Vessel, 3 doors open, but there are 4 souls. The 4th one is the 4 Kings. And when you get to the bottom of the 4 Kings areas, there is no going back. You can't warp out of it. So what happens if you get there without the Lord Vessel, when you can't warp? That's weird, right? So you do that by going to the ruins before even getting the Lord Vessel. You can do that. Actually, you go there before even talking to Frampt. I'm not sure if that's like useful or required, but yeah. And you go meet Ingward, who has the key. You just kill him, and that gives you the key. So you do the whole thing, and then, still very early on in the game, you go beat the 4 Kings. And at the end, when the bonfire appears and you have no way to go back, Koth appears. And he allows you to become a Darth Wraith. And you get the other side of the story from him. Also, check out this cool area. With ghosts of the knights that accompany Gwyn to light where he lit the first flame. And they all kind of roasted, so now they wander around as ghosts. The kiln of the first flame. Oh, hey, there's PvP here. I could actually summon someone. I'll turn it off just a second. Like, that is a pretty cool looking area. Like, this is where the first flame was lit. This is all ash. This is all stone that melted. This place is a big deal. It feels important from the moment you step into it. And now you just hear the sound of walking in ash. So yeah, Cathal actually tells you the story, not of Mana specifically, but he talks about the pygmy, the dark soul, the fact that all of humanity came from the pygmy, and the humanity, the dark soul, is kind of freaking out Gwyn because the gods brought forth the Age of Fire, but now the fire is going out, and the Age of Dark is coming. And that's going to be the Age of Humanity. So the whole game is essentially about, following in the footsteps of a god to, like, help relight the fire and keep the Age of the gods going. Or you can just refuse and say, no, let change happen. Let humanity have their moment. And I think that's really neat. It's not very well explained in the game, but that is the story of Dark Souls and what the titular Dark Soul actually is. Also, incidentally, the sword I just got from that Black Knight sword, in my very first playthrough of the game, the first Black Knight I beat dropped that sword. In my entire game, like, my focus became, okay, I will boost my stats up so I can use that sword. And that's the sword I used for the whole game. All because of a random drop at the very start of the game. And that's something I like about, like, this, another thing that endears me about Dark Souls. I got a very rare weapon at the start, and that really shaped how I played the game. I actually don't know where we are here. It's kind of disconnected from the game. I'm not sure if we're close to where the Witches of Izalith actually tried to, like, start up a new flame. It's actually a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure this place is actually connected to Dark Souls proper. The rest of the world proper. Kind of like the painting, which is kind of disconnected. Disconnected, incidentally, a good Goo Goo Dolls song, if you're into their earlier works. Goo Goo Dolls, a very influential band in my youth. Kind of lost track of them recently. I should dive into their recent stuff. But it was great to kind of listen to their stuff again, because it's a band that kind of went through a transition. They started off really punk, really aggressive, and the lead singer was the bassist. And the band slowly evolved over time, and the guitarist took on more and more of the songs, and the band slowly shifted into more of a pop alternative vibe, and I really like that. So, look who it is. In search of his own son, and since we actually managed to save him from a false son in the shape of a tiny thing that glowed, he made it all the way to the end, and, according to some, to confront his father. And now we're going to help him, and he's going to help us, and together we will finish what was started and light the biggest fire this world has ever seen. There we go. Oh yeah, he throws lightning. He's cool like that. Yeah, and then he ends up in World of Warcraft. Goodbye. The knights here all drop different kinds of chunks, which is good. So, someone is actually cosplaying as Solaire. No Trundle Door. Good try, though. So it's time to kill Gwyn. The person, the god, who started all of this. And I'm gonna turn off the mod for this part. Just because, like, you've seen the statues, the giant, the god. You've seen him in the opening cutscenes, and now we get to see the mighty Gwyn in person. Not the Lord of Sunlight, but the Lord of Cinder. His eyes are hollow. He's small and withered. He's a shell of his former self, essentially. Just there, essentially, so you can finish the job. And that's, like, he's powerful, sure, but he's not what you expect. And the music is so sad. Also, he really does not like it when you heal. Hey, don't hit your son like that. Yeah, he hits like a ton of bricks too. And when he dies, he kneels and bows and is gone. It's been an honor, Solaire. May flights of gross incandescence sing thee to thy rest. So that's Dark Souls. Thanks for coming along on this wild ride, and we talked about design and lore and all kinds of cool things, and it's really a heck of a game. I really like it. It was fun rediscovering it through this textureless environment. So hey, I'll leave it to you. Should we light the fire and start? And it's actually, should we light the fire and keep the Age of Fire going? Or should we leave this place behind and usher in the Age of Dark? What would you folks like? Dark or fire? I will need to be, okay, I will need you to be more clear than do the thing. Which thing? Light the fire or leave? Alright, let's start the fire. I will turn off this mod just because otherwise the cutscenes just won't play. So hey. Time for my badass witch to set this world on fire. So let's light the fire. Check out these nails. However, linking the fire kind of means that you literally become the new bonfire. That's some pretty good fire effects. I gotta, whoa! I gotta say. So that was Dark Souls. Fire is linked. Now the cycle continues. What a game! Hey, thanks for being along, Aggro, and every one of you. So, yep, that is the self-sacrifice ending. You turn yourself into kindling, and you, I guess, become that next desiccated husk once that fire becomes cinder when it eventually burns away. But yeah, that is the theme of the Dark Souls game. It's about a cycle of lighting a flame and then watching it die and then lighting it up again. And flames need fuel, and usually that fuel ends up being people. Sometimes you. The true final boss was kicking Patches down that hole. I felt really good about that. Yes, Moosey, the real Dark Souls were the friends we made along the way. Which means we were the real Dark Souls all along. Hey, thanks, Trace. Yeah, it was great just talking design, and that's definitely something like I really like doing these like 8 p.m. EST streams of talking, like playing through the game, talking about the design. I want to keep doing that, so I'll probably pick another game and just keep that train rolling because I really like that to do that. And like I'm a game designer, I like to talk about design, and I'm a writer, I like to talk about writing. So these tend to go together, and I think these make for good experiences to share with folks. I need to put all of this on YouTube somehow. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, I did it! If you're not, who knows? So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I know that at some point, I want to replay some old games, like Final Fantasy VI is on my list of games that I absolutely need to replay. That could be the next one, because it would be fun to go back into the design of that game specifically. I also need to do the bad run of Undertale, so that's going to be interesting. And that's a wide streaming world out there. There's a bunch of games, and I'm sure there's something interesting to pick. And this will probably feel really dated if someone is watching this in the archives and then can look at the videos after this, if there actually are any videos, and say, that's not what happened. Well, that's what happened when you make something for the big time capsule that is the internet. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. I really love talking about design. And hopefully, like, when talking about design and writing and that sort of thing, it kind of helps, like, bring to light some things. And in the end, kind of helps make me a better designer, which is what I really want to do. Because game designing is my career, it's my life. I will be designing games for as long as I live, because that is really my passion. Whether they be like video games, tabletop games, all forms of gaming, every kind of game is cool. That's a lot of credits, but like it's also kind of staggering to see the amount of people involved into this kind of game. And it's such a deep game. Like, oh my god, so many animations and weapons and stuff, and And now the cycle begins anew. And I think that's like, there was the fan theory that undead go hollow once they lose the will to live. And something that was discussed, I think like in the Dark Souls subreddit, was about your character only goes hollow once you stop playing the game, because as soon as you finish it, the cycle begins again and you're here. Your character always has something to do. There is never a point in the game where you don't have a goal. So the game immediately like sends you back. You don't get to go to a menu and then decide if you want to keep going or not. Poof, you're pushed back into it. So in a sense, like your character is going hollow once you stop playing and you never return. But as soon as you return, you're good. So it's kind of like Schrodinger's hollow. All characters are going hollow or not, and you just need to keep playing. My controller vibrated and it freaked me out. What a game. What an amazing game. Yeah, like it's regardless of whether or not you like the games or not, like this game took a bunch of risks, and it's cool to like go into them and learn what happened with them. Also, I'll just quit it. So let's go to Ichi-chan, my soul level 1 character. Oh, I'm here. I don't realize. Oh, okay, yeah, I was here because I was doing PvP. So yeah, this is my incredible asshole of a character. I have Black Flame, I have Firestorm, and this thing, which sucks humanity out of folks. And like that speaks to the design of Dark Souls, where a character who is level 1 can still be a right terror if your weapons are powerful enough. Like, my right-hand weapon does like 500 points of damage. That is as much damage as my Zweihander did at the end with my other character. And this is a soul level 1 character. Like, that is, like, incredible. Oh, by the way, I also have the Dark Wood Grain, so I do these awesome rolls here. So yeah, it is pretty amazing that this game has such depth. No, let's set the world on fire. I think that's a good way. Yeah, it's a good way to end Dark Souls, setting stuff on fire. So yeah, it's 10 o'clock. That'll do it. Thanks again for coming along on this wild ride, and hope you'll stick around for the next one, whatever it ends up being. So, and if you find, like, if you think of any games that have interesting design or story that you think it would be cool to delve into, like, send me a message, send me a DM or something. I can be reached under here. Actually, I updated the Twitch page. Now there are links at the bottom that you can follow and stuff. So send me a DM on Twitter, whatever. Let me know of cool games you think could be cool to examine from a design standpoint. Because there can never be too many of these. And in the meantime, have a good one. Keep on being the wonderful people you are. Take care of the wonderful people you are. And let's all keep making wonderful things together. Bye-bye.